We learned this last week. Good memories. Now we're going to learn the next part. Ricky's going to play it for us. Let's try that again. Back to the top. Good, and we'll try it again next week, see if you remember it.
Master of the universe, you bring us together in community and prayer. And as we come here, we look to find you. In so doing, we find ourselves. So we ask that you bring us ever closer to your presence, and that you bring us ever closer to who we are meant to be in our relationship to you, O God. On this Sabbath, may it be one in which we celebrate our community, our friendships, and sense of Shabbat joy. Let us say, Amen. Amen. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. May you have a peaceful day. Shabbat shalom. May you have a restful day.
Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. We call to the Bima, Robin Pence, to light the Shabbat candles tonight. And her helper. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Martin Buber was the one who taught that we find God through relationship. He used to write about what he called an I-it relationship. Those are the relationships that we all know when someone says, "How are you?" and they just want you to say fine and move along. But he said the deeper relationship that we have that brings about a sense of spirituality in our lives is the I-thou relationship. And you can have an I-thou relationship with another human being. You can have it with nature. That was a little controversial in his day, but he would talk about how even with a tree, you could have an I-thou relationship. But ultimately, the I-thou relationship was that when you and another person connected in a unique and special and sacred way, that in itself was a way to bring about the divine in our lives. So take a moment, if you will, for every relationship begins with an introduction. Turn to your neighbor, perhaps you know him, someone you don't know, wish them good Shabbos, introduce yourselves, and wish them well. Make some new friends. $142 Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachoni l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
144, the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada veyitkada shemei Rabba be'amad yivra kirotei be'amlik malchutei v'chayechan u'yumechan u'chayei dekol be'Yisrael ba'agala ba'agala u'vizman kariv b'meru amen. Yehi Shem Rabba Mevorach Ve'olam Ulam Me'amaya Yivtarach Yivtarach Ve'yishtabach V'yivtar V'yitraman V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalah Shemei D'Kurisham Brichu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran melma v'meru amen.
Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vad Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed.
O God, you are near to us as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. O let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and seasons glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mariv aravim bechachma potech sharim. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Haravim.
Together on 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אלוהים מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בם, ושיננתם בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וכתבתם להיות על ידיך, היו לטוטפם בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, ליתן קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אדוני אלוהיהם אמת.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe that what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better way, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. I'm going to give you a little Jewish choreography for this one because I kind of missed it. I did it a long time ago with some kids, and we don't even do it at the religious school here very much, but I'm going to give it to you, and I don't want to be the only one doing it. So, yeah. So sing along and then join me with the hand motions. Maybe I'll get some helpers up here to help me with the hand motions. What do you think? Can I get some helpers? Yeah? It's pretty easy. You ready? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot. Everybody now. Oh, sefele. Again. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot. Everybody now. Oh, say fele. Oh, say fele. Oh, say fele. Oh, say fele. See, isn't it more fun with the hands? I know. Thank you very much. That was good. That was very good. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
So in honor of next week, which is when Becky comes back to the Bima, it was supposed to be this week, her flight was delayed. But in honor of that, we thought we'd start to bring back her music. So this is her Hashki Venu. Hashki Venu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamideinu shomereinu l'chaim Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha When I lay my head down tonight beneath your shelter of everlasting light, Lord, may I wake to a world renewed, filled with love and gratitude, filled with love and gratitude. Hashki Venu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamideinu shomereinu l'chaim Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Amen. We turn to page 164 and rise for tefillah. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Haggadah. הכל, וזכור השדה אבות בימחו, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומשיר ומגיב, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בזרועות צרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, חיי הכל, הצרה לבושייה, מוריד הדר, מחיי החיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופים ברופא חולים, ומסיר אסירים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו בלב, מלך ממני ומקיים ומסיר ישועה, ונתן ברוך הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה
הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהלוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue in silent devotion using the words on the right or left side of the page or the words within your heart. We continue through 180. When you have completed your prayers, please be seated.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atah Adon lecho hashalom, ki atahu melech Adon lecho hashalom. טוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
So we take a few moments to think of those in our circle of friends who are in need of a prayer. If you'd like to say the name of someone special, please stand now as my eyes meet yours. Simply say the name out loud, please. Thank you. Thank you. Now we all stand in solidarity one with the other and join in our Misha Barak prayer.
Misha Barak Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Barak Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Well, good Shabbos, everyone. Well, people wonder, where do I get the inspiration for my sermons? This one came from riding a bike. I did everything wrong, but luckily I survived. Bruised ego, a bit embarrassed, lessons learned. It was meant to be a fun morning of bike riding with a small group of friends from the temple. Last weekend. But the summer months mean we have to leave early. I picked 6:30 a.m. Seemed early enough, but that was my first mistake. By the time we were all ready to go, it was 6:50 and about 90 degrees. My second mistake was having gotten up early. I had forgotten my sunscreen, but I felt I could deal with that. Third mistake was when I finally got near everybody, I decided I'll leave my phone behind. Thought to myself, everyone else has a phone. If something happens, I'll use theirs. I just got that new big iPhone 7 Plus, and it didn't quite fit in that little pouch on my bike. Well, I was just being a little lazy. Now, members of the group aren't here, so I can pick on them. Jason usually gives me some air on my tires before we take off. This is our little ritual when we go bike riding. Take out the pump, and the rabbi's tires are always a little low. But if this were a spooky movie, it would have been blatant foreshadowing that something bad was going to happen. The audience would have taken notice, rolled their eyes, and knew that his comment was going to come back to haunt the main character, me. You see, when he topped off the air to the tire, something went wrong. And it went, I'd never heard that sound before, so I said to Jason, is that normal? He said, no. I said, well, what does that mean? He says, could mean a lot of things, Rabbi. It could mean that your tire is going to go flat. It could mean that you're going to be fine for another 10 bike rides. You just don't know. I said, okay. That was when I made my next mistake. I left my repair kit in the car too. So you may think, why is he making so many mistakes? Well, in retrospect, I have no idea. But I kept making them. So if you ever see a bad movie and you wonder, what? And you're shouting at the screen, no one would do this. Just imagine them casting me. Well, we get on our bikes, and when we're about 3 miles into our trip, we go down Windmill, we make a left on Pecos, and then we make a right on Pebble. And the goal is to go down to the Strip and then return. I don't know what it is, maybe 10 miles, not a big deal. And as I go on these groups, you know, there's kind of a little thing where someone goes ahead and someone comes back. We start to talk, and then we're done talking. The next person goes up, and then someone falls back, and it's just kind of a fun deal. Well, one of the group, Crystal, was talking to me, and she was telling me something really important, and I said, is my tire flat? You know, I interrupted her whole story, so I have to revisit that with her. So she said, Rabbi, your tire is flat. It's going plunka, plunka, plunka. So we pulled over, and the group just continues because, you know, when you're riding a bike, you're just looking ahead. And I said, oh, man, this is bad. So I said, you know what, just go ahead. I'm going to walk back to the bike store. It said, like Windmill and Easter, no big deal. She says, no, I'll wait for you. And I said, no, I'm not going to spoil the trip for everybody. And that was my last mistake. So I talked her into going, so she went. And then I turned around and I started walking with my bike. It was about 95 degrees. This is all the things you're not supposed to do on a bike ride. So what took me about a half hour by bike to go to that location, to go back to the bike store, which was closed on a Sunday morning until 11 a.m., by the way. So then I started walking to my car. Took about an hour and a half. So I walked, and I carried the bike. Then I started to cheat and rode the bike with the flat on. And I figured, well, this may cost me if I break the rim, but what the heck, I'm tired of walking. The sun's beating down. But luckily, I did at least have something to drink. I mean, I'm not that dumb, am I? So I guess I deserve this punishment because I simply wasn't prepared. The Boy Scout in me had left. I didn't bring a phone. I left the group. I didn't bring a spare tire. What was I thinking? I don't know. Neither do I. I was not thinking. And so I finally passed the bike store that was closed, and I kept making it. Finally, I made it back to my car. And about 5 feet from my car, the group caught up with me. They said, "Rabbi, what did you do?" I said, "I had a flat. I don't know what else." They said, "We have a repair kit. What are you thinking?" So I said, "You know what? I don't know what I was thinking." And then, of course, they had to razz me. They said, "We thought you were Elijah. We went back, and you were gone." You see, remember, the route was up Pecos and turn on Pebble. I decided to go back to Pebble and go down Eastern. So they were going down, up and down Pecos looking for me and couldn't find me. And there I was walking on Eastern. And we were in parallel universes. Well, they got there 8 to 10 miles in looking for me and wondering where I was, calling me, of course, and I didn't answer the phone. And, well, I'm a rabbi, so, I have to make sense of this beyond my embarrassment. Sometimes inspirational Jewish guilt does inspire a rabbi. On the one hand, it could just simply have been a sermon about that Boy Scout motto, right? Be prepared, right? We tell our kids, and like a kid, what do I always say? Nothing's going to happen. I don't have to put on my seatbelt. Nothing's going to happen. I'm just going up the street to the grocery store, and isn't that when something happens? Or, you know what? My wife still reminds me of one of my earlier boo-boos when I lived in Ohio, and it was freezing, but I had to go out for a donut. This is before cell phones. So I went up the street to the donut. It was maybe a mile away, and then my car wouldn't start. And there I was literally in shorts. I just was going to go to a donut. And luckily, they still had something called a phone booth. So I called. I said, you got to come get me. I'm freezing here. She says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting a donut." Somehow marriages survive these things. I think I was married about 2 years then. Well, instead of realizing that if this had happened to another member of the group, I would have understood, and I would have stayed, and I would have said, "What are you talking about? You stay put, you're part of the group, we'll figure this out." I decided to go it alone. Now, I have preached many times about how Judaism shapes our life journey. In fact, all our choices do. And there are people in this world who choose to go it alone. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But there is a reason why we have something called community. Is there not? You can lose weight by yourself, and yet there's something called Weight Watchers, and there's people who go to different groups to lose weight. You can work out by yourself, and you can look on television and buy the Bowflex and do all that. And usually it turns into a very expensive place to hang your clothes, right? You can do a lot of things well-intentioned by yourself. But there's something called strength and community. And that moment, that day, I was reminded of it, and I had forgotten it. I had forgotten that when something goes awry, that's when you call upon your friends. And they're there somehow with that patch kit. You can patch up your ego later, but you got to patch up that tire then and there. Perhaps this rabbi should have had a bit more faith in his flock and knew that just as I would have had their back, they would have had mine. So I could blame it on lack of sleep or lack of sunscreen. But ultimately, I don't think we should try to blame. Just understand that we are stronger together. Whether it's a bike ride, a congregation, a class, a family, we got to be there for each other. And when we are, we can usually overcome most obstacles. We can fix that flat. we can give someone a helping hand. We can bond in ways unexpected, reminding that's why we're friends. And that's what love is all about. So the next time I forget this lesson, I will remind myself, Rabbi, that lesson you learned, it's like riding a bike. Shabbat Shalom.
This is why our workouts are safer. They're indoors. So on a more serious note, 120 years old and close to death, Moses says, Atem nitzavim hayom kulchem lifnei Adonai Elohechem. You stand today before Adonai, your God. Usually the word for stand is omed, but here in the Torah it says nitzavim for firmly, and at attention you stand before God to show that you are part of something greater, holier, and more meaningful. You stand to make a difference. You stand to help. You stand to right wrongs. You stand because there is no one left to stand but you. In the case we heard tonight, Rabbi needed his group to notice he was missing and search for him. He needed them to find him and help. And they answered the call, or at least they tried, 5 minutes before he found his car. And they answered Atem Nitzavim, in great attention, attempting to lift the burden for their distressed friend. May we all strive to answer our own Atem Nitzavim and rise up in attention when we are called and needed. May we be a holy community, Kehila Kedosha. So you got a song sheet, hopefully, and you can follow along. We're not going to do all the lyrics, but some of them.
If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Each one of us must play a part. Each one of us must seek the truth. Each one of us must seek the truth. Each one of us is a part of it all. Each one of us must remember the pain. Each one of us must find the joy. Each one of us, each one of us. Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream.
We continue with Aleinu on page 586. Let us rise.
586 at the bottom.
Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגוי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ.
We turn to Kaddish on page 598. We think of those who have died in recent days. Wendy Schwartz Sturman, Lowell Thomas Ferguson, Betty Matter, and Fred Jones. With the preciousness of memory, we recall the Yortzites of Morris Aronoff, Blanche Auspitz, Nathan Beller, Jerry Bernstein, Adam Cohen, Esther Cohen, Essie Kotler, Stephen David, Raymond Gittleman, Adolf Glansberg, Frieda Glansberg, Robert Golovner, Max Gross, Sue Kabakoff, Samuel Kishner, Rabbi William Kramer, Natalie Kranitz, Leon Levin, Marilyn Mayer, Irving Myers, Lou Pomerantz, Helen Rosenfeld, David Leon Rutman, Sarah Saltzman, Ellen Schwartz, Harriet Simon, Benjamin Stern, Dora Tarnowski, Shirley Unger, Sandy Walkman, Esther Zimmerman, and Jacob Zolowitz. If you would like to recall the name of someone who was not mentioned for a Kaddish or Yortzeit, please stand and say their name. As we think of these and others in our lives, we rise to recite our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'magalav izman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekusha b'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiram v'yalmal v'yamru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shamai v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oaseh shalom b'mramav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'maru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. May be seated. Well, the cantors are coming. The cantors are coming. When are the cantors coming?
Well, they have a special surprise appearance for all of us on June 23rd. We have my best friend, Cantor Lizzie Weiss from Temple Emmanuel in Beverly Hills. And we have one of my mentors that wasn't able to make it for my installation, Cantor Sam Radwine, who is the emeritus at the other congregation, Ner Tamid in Palos Verdes, California. And our nearest and dearest, Cantor Billy Type, who was many of our, like my song leader back in the day, who will be guest stars on the Bema that night. And then 250 other cantors will arrive in town the next day for a conference here in Las Vegas. And on June 27th, which is a Tuesday night, we will have hopefully what looks to be one of the coolest concerts ever on our Bema, which is so exciting. And I hope that you will all support it and join us for that.
Someone was asking me, how do they buy tickets?
So you can call the Temple office to get your tickets. You can go online. Either way, we have them. We have actual paper tickets for you, like old school, that the ACC sent us. And it supports the American Conference of Cantors, which is my professional organization. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity. So so come check it out. Cantors that I look up to are a part of this concert, and it's very cool.
Very good. All right. Kiddush and Motzi, we are in the month of June. Oh, so if you ever had a flat tire riding a bike as an adult, come on up. No one, right? No one. One person, come on up. Anyone else? All right. Flat tire on the car, that would be everybody. Oh, flat tire on your car last week? Okay, that qualifies you then. Anyone else have a flat tire in the month of June?
How about anybody that finished school this week?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, finished school this week.
Teachers and students. Teachers who finished school.
All right, here we go. all the Jews are good. Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Amen. Someone want to pass out the challah to the community? Thank you. So before we go to our final song and to the oneg, is there anyone here who is visiting or new to our community? Or maybe they've been coming, they just think, no one really knows me and I want to introduce myself. Anyone here? No newcomers? All right, does anyone want to share something, a mazel? Something good that has happened? Yes.
My niece Sarah got married in California
Mazel tov, very nice.
to J.J.
Abrams?
Abrams. I was just thinking that.
J.J. Blumenkrantz.
I said, what does the J.J. stand for?
Yeah?
He said, well, when I was a kid, I was Joshua Joseph, but I didn't like everyone calling me Josh, so I became J.J.
And there you have it. Inquiring minds wanted to know. Okay. All right, any other Talon Yeah?
My daughter, Zoe, is now a high school student, which is scary as all get out.
All right, very good. Susie? How could I forget? Right here. Wow, that's great. Any other Talon Quells?
Maggie.
Oh, you have one? Yeah? You got an Insta camera?
The school ended.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Got invited to Germany.
What?
Can I share one that's a book?
Sure.
My daughter published her second book,
Wow, that is pretty cool. That is great.
Amazon.com.
All right. You wanna say her name in case they want to look on?
Sorum, and it's called Imprisoned. And it's a sequel to the first book called Trapped and Taken. Amazon.com. Ricky Sorum.
That's great. All right, we got a lot to be proud of and thankful for. Let's go to our final song. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Cantor. Here we are with an oldie but goodie, one of our favorite songs, In Keloheinu.
Page 626 if you want to follow.
626. You know it by heart. Come on. You grew up with it.
Ein Keloheinu, ein Kadonenu, ein Kemalkeinu, ein Kamashienu, Michaloheinu, Michadonenu, Michamalkeinu, Mikamoshienu. No del Eloheinu, no del Adonenu, no del Malkeinu, no del Moshienu. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Shabbat Shalom. See you at the oneg.